never really been anywhere.
People are alive there, not like here. I'm going back the first chance I get.
Frank Wheeler, I think you're the most...
While much is being made over the reunion of Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio on screen in Revolutionary Road, the story here is that their characters, Frank and April, are taken out of their element. Winslet, who is nominated for a Golden Globe for her performance, talked about what her character and the couple are going through.
They're a young, 30-something, slightly glamorous married couple who move from Manhattan into the suburbs at the point that they get married and have children. And what they come to realize throughout the course of the story is that they're quietly unhappy with their life. They're slightly more glamorous looking, certainly, than their friends and some of their neighbors. And when they first met, they were somewhat bohemian in a way. And so I think that April in particular had expected, a little more adventure in life, a little more possibility than the limited possibilities that she is experiencing living in Revolutionary Road. And she is somehow able to be honest with Frank about the fact that she's feeling isolated, lonely, and trapped, and that this is not the life that they wanted. And they need to start being honest with each other about that. And, it has its consequences.
Winslet says this isn't an obvious movie on who is wrong and who is right.
It will be interesting to see who audiences identify with the most. I would hope that men and women go and see this film. And, the truth is, they'll have to decide for themselves. It wasn't really our job, I think, to, have an audience sympathize with Frank and April. We could have them understand these characters, and we could hope that they would connect with them on an emotional level in some way. But the screenplay rhythmically was constructed, I felt, very, very cleverly, that as an audience member, on the one hand, you understand April, you sympathize with April, and you see how, Frank is having an affair with his secretary. He's really not answering a lot of April's questions. He's not committing to this idea of Paris in as full a way as she is, and so on and so forth. And then 5 minutes later, April is screaming at Frank and telling him to be more of a man than the man that he's trying to be. And the sympathy swings again, and you're suddenly, feeling sorry for Frank. And it's like that throughout the film, which really keeps it interesting, and I think gives people the option to identify with either one of these characters at any given moment.
Revolutionary Road is currently in theaters and also stars Titanic alum Kathy Bates as Helen.
Pretending that this is the life we wanted.
I support you, don't I? I work 10 hours a day at a job I can't stand.
You don't have to.
But I have the